In this video, we are going to be analysing Palantir, ticker PLTR. If you want your own stock analysed, throw that in the comments. We'll get right to it when we can. Now, they have had their earnings relatively recently, came out the 8th of May, and this is really when this momentum started. If you kind of zoom out, you can see obviously earnings came out. We had a massive tear, kind of pulled back, and now we're on one more rip. So, what are the key things I would be paying attention to from here? So obviously it is still somewhat moving off a catalyst. So you do want to be paying attention to that longer term trend and kind of the catalyst itself. But what are the key levels? And for this, we do use standard deviation channels. On the left, we have a 6-month chart. On the right, we have the 1-year chart. Now, this is key because these two are trending differently. You can see on the left, the deviations are pointing upwards. And on the right, you can see they are pointing downwards. So this does kind of show you a mismatch of trends. But what it does show you is more in kind of the recent term. We are more uptrending. Still on the 1 year, the longer term trend, we are still somewhat downtrending. So what this does mean is usually I'll reduce size when they kind of mismatch. I prefer them to be trading the exact same way because then again, it just makes the directional trades that much better. But what we can see now is we have hit a 6-month high. We're coming into the 52-week high as well. But where we are coming into is a really high probability reversal level. So we can see at the 1-year chart at $10.80, this is our third deviation. So this is a really high probability reversal area because 99.7% of data should trade between this green line and this green line. So usually if you ever see a stock trade outside of there, you tend to reverse quite quickly, and that's what we're starting to see on Palantir. Now we're breaking up to that level, and what we can also see is on the 6-month channel, we can see we have also come into our third deviation. And again, like we said before, 99.7% of the data should trade between this line to this line. So we can knock that out, and that's at about 1070. So really, this is a key range of resistance. And really, if I was holding the stock long, this is where I would be completely out because really, I don't expect it to push much further, at least looking at a chart in this way. So to me, I don't see much more upside. And again, high probability of a reversal. If though we did break through and we try and push to those 52-week highs, we would have 1150 and 1180 as further resistances. But again, I do think it's actually quite unlikely that we do push that bit further to those levels. So those are our key resistances. And again, we can start seeing how they're starting to react. And we can see obviously on the open, strong momentum, pull back as soon as we hit that level for the first time. Looks like we tried to retest it, instantly pull back on that level again. So what the key thing is, and you'll probably be able to see by the time this video comes out, is how does it react to this level? Because if right now we're kind of consolidating on this level, but if we can pop to the upside, and by that I mean probably hit that $11, come back, test this as a support, and if this 1080 can hold and we push higher, then if we can break that 11 again, then most likely we will continue up and we will probably hit that 1150 target. However, if we kind of just stay consolidated, again, kind of wait for a breakout, I wouldn't try and guess the direction out of here, unless again we are trying to play that downward direction, just because again it's a lot more likely to pull back than it is to continue up. But again, that is still never guaranteed. So usually with these things is I'll kind of get in with a bit of size, and then if we start to see that downward push, that's when I'll get in with full size. But again, to kind of confirm that downward move, what I'd be watching for is a break below this level, come back to test it as a resistance. Again, that can be the whole range as a whole, so 1070 to around 1080. And then if we start to break down, break that low, more likely than not, we will continue to do basically a reversal as these deviations say. And then what are going to be those supports on the way down? So we have 990 to around 970, and on this stock again they tend to be about a 10 to 20 cent difference, so I would use these zones as ranges, not individual levels. And if we break that, then paying attention to 910 and 875, and then my absolute final level to be paying attention to is this 830. 830 is statistical mean. This is considered fair value on the stock, so if I was holding Palantir short, my absolute final target would be that 830. So that is the breakdown on Palantir. If you enjoyed the video, why not drop a like and subscribe? If you want your own stock analyzed, throw that in the comments, and if you enjoyed the video, why not check out this analysis video.